When it comes to learning a skill like trading, there's usually a pretty big barrier to entry, and that's your wallet. Well, today, we're going to look at an app called TradeMaster that's trying to completely flip that script with a simple but honestly kind of radical try first model. But let's start with a question that probably sounds familiar. Why on earth do so many of these platforms, especially for something as complicated as trading, demand your credit card info before you have any clue if they're actually any good?
I mean, think about it. It's a model that's basically built on you taking a huge leap of faith. You pay the fee, you get locked in, and only then do you find out if you made a good investment. That's a serious financial risk. You're paying for a promise that might just be empty.
So, how do you solve a problem like that? Well, one company believes the answer is a totally different approach. Let's dive into what they're calling the TradeMaster initiative. So, what exactly is TradeMaster? Well, it's an app that's designed to teach you pretty much every aspect of trading. And they're really aiming to help out everyone, from total beginners to people who've been at this for a while. Okay, so what do you actually get? Well, there are a few key things. First, you get paper trading demos, which, as you know, are absolutely crucial for practicing without risking any real cash. It also gives you access to trading strategies, and they're in the middle of building out a whole suite of educational courses. But the features are really only half the story. The true innovation here, the thing that sets it apart, is what they call their see for yourself model. And this is where they go head to head with the traditional way of doing business. And the difference between the two models is, well, it's night and day. The standard way locks your money up before you ever see the value. But the TradeMaster way, it's the complete opposite. You start for free, no commitment. The power to stay or go is 100% in your hands. Their whole philosophy really hangs on this one simple but powerful idea. As they put it, letting you see for yourself is the best way of business. It's basically a big bet on their own product. They're confident that if you just try it, you'll see the value and want to stick around. And here's the kicker. There's no catch. If the app isn't for you, you can just walk away, and you won't have spent a single penny. The decision to pay is shifted entirely to you, the user, and only after you've had a chance to actually experience it. Of course, whenever you hear free, you've got to ask, okay, so how does this work as a business? And that brings us to their case for investment. Not an investment in the company, but an investment in your own personal development. So this is the path they've laid out. First, you start and learn for free. Then you decide for yourself if you're actually learning anything and if you even like the app. It's only after that, if you decide it's a good fit, that the option comes up to make a small investment to unlock more advanced courses and strategies. Their entire sales pitch really boils down to this one question. Once you've had the chance to see the platform's value for free, they simply ask, at such a cheap cost, why not? It's a simple way to reframe the whole thing. It's not a purchase anymore, it's just a logical, small investment in yourself. So the subscription is positioned as this low-risk, high-reward move. The whole point is that this tiny amount is something that will, as they say, only do good things for your development as a trader. But when you zoom out, the company's ultimate goal is actually a lot bigger than just the mechanics of trading. The grand vision here is to give people the tools to make a real, meaningful change in their own lives through better financial education. So that's the TradeMaster model. It's all built on trust and on proving its value upfront. And it leaves us with a pretty big question, right? Could this try-first approach become the new standard for how we learn any high-stakes skill and maybe, just maybe, fundamentally change the whole world of online education?